You can see them side by side here.
Hello friends, and welcome to Tony's Reviews. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hey, today we're checking out the socket air light. This is one of those socket fans. You shove it up in a light socket and it's got a light on it and a fan. I reviewed one of these in the past and it was the kind of bladed kind with a light in the middle. This one's a little different. It's got the fan in the middle and the lights are on the outside. It's an LED light. It says it's 1,000 lumens. We're going to test that out today, see if it truly is 1,000 lumens, and we're going to see how well this fan performs in my little bathroom and also here in this room. Folks, I paid about $20 for this at Dollar General. I will have an Amazon link in the description of this video and also one of the comments if you want to check one of these out after the review. Let's get started.
And please hit the subscribe button. Hey, this is the fan itself, and there's the instructions. This is the remote that comes with this encased fan, and there you see the encased fan with a light on the outside of it. See there? And it is UL listed, and you can see that right there. And this is the little extender that goes inside of it. And you can see me sliding it on the socket there. That's what it looks like. Pretty simple stuff here. See there? And here are the remotes. Actually, the remote on the right is for this fan. The one on the left is for the old socket fan that I'm also going to show you today. But the one on the right is the remote that came with this fan that I just pulled out of the box. And you can see there's a difference here. One's got 4 options and the other one's got several options. So anyway, we'll show you the difference in that. And right here, I'm showing you the old fan. This old fan here is UL listed as well, and it's that classic, fan that's got the paddles on it. And this is me shoving the extender socket up into a light socket. So this is how easy the installation of this thing is. No wiring or anything involved here. You're just going for it, and you can see me just screwing that on there. And it's super, super simple. Anybody can do this. Make sure you have an adult present. Anyway. See there? All right, so there we go.
Okay, so we've got it installed, and right here's the control for it. And there's an on and off button for the whole thing, and then there's the lights on and off, and the fans on and off, and there's 3 settings for each. And something I found disappointing though is when you turn this thing on, it's automatically going at full speed and the lights on as bright as it goes. I guess that's the 1,000 lumens it talks about. But this is the thing that's disappointing about it already. Hate to say this, but I'll shut it off, not with the remote. I'll shut it off over here with the light switch. Okay? When you turn it back on, it comes back on bright and at the highest setting on light and on fan. So let's say I turn it down to a lower setting and a lower light. Okay? Now if I turn the switch off over here, when I turn it back on, the fan automatically goes back to its highest settings. And I don't like that because this older style fan actually stays at whatever settings you leave it at. I kind of like this one better already just because of that. So whatever you leave this fan at, it stays on. So if the light's dim, it stays dim. If the fan's going slow, it's slow. If it's all off and just the light's on, then it stays in that. So when you turn the switch on and off, it stays in whatever setting you left it at. With this, every time you turn it on, let's say you don't want that fan going, it doesn't matter. That fan's going to go no matter what. So I've been in here using the bathroom while I've been testing this out for the last couple of days, and I've realized every time I turn the light on here now, I have to shut the fan off. So that's kind of an inconvenience. I'd kind of rather the fan not be on, I'd just like to be able to have the light on. Because, sometimes it's a little chilly, especially early in the morning. For my own curiosity, since I've got 2 extenders, since I have the one for this fan and the one for this fan, I wanted to see if I could extend this and make this fan low. I'm not suggesting you do it because I don't even know if that's something that's within electrical code or anything, but I just wanted to try it out and see if I could get it to work. Okay, just to show you that I'm not cheating, I've got 2 extenders on here now, and I'm going to put one of the fans on here just to see if I can get it to work with 2 extenders. I'm pretty sure I can, but just for novelty. I got a double extended and turning the power on. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Okay, kicked on just fine. So it does work double extended. Like I said, I don't know if that's within code, and I don't suggest anybody else do it, but I wanted to test it out. So there it is, going with a double extender on it. So I've tested these both out in the double extended mode. All right, this is what I wanted to show you about the fan situation. Okay, so I've got this fan on right now, right? I've got it set on high. I've got the light on high. Okay, light's on high. I turn the power off over here. And when I turn the power back on, it goes right back to whatever I set it at. Okay, so watch this. I'll put this on lower. Okay, so actually I just turned the fan off, I think. Okay, let me put the fan on the lowest setting. Okay, fan's on the lowest setting right now. I'll put the light on the lowest setting. Okay, so it's low. Now, see there? I can turn the power off now and it will go right back to that setting. Power's off. Turn it back on. And it goes right back to that dim setting and it goes back to that slow fan. The other light will not do that. And also, if I want to turn this fan off, okay, so I got the fan off now with the remote. And if I turn the light off now with the power over here on the wall, and I turn it back on, it's right back to whatever setting I left it at with the remote. Now the new light doesn't do that. I'm underneath the older fan that's got the full blades on it. And I've got this on the medium setting, and this puts off a good amount of wind in this little tiny bathroom. So it's perfect for this little bathroom. Lumin meter here, I'm gonna put both fixtures on their highest setting and see what this thing detects. I'm not an expert at using this thing, so somebody might wanna throw their 2 cents in on what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right. I don't really know, but anyway, I'm gonna test these lights out with this lumin meter and see what kind of detection we get from up close and then maybe a couple of feet away. Okay, so it's saying over the limit when I got it set at the 2000 lumens. And I got this thing super close. The meter is super close to the light. So I'm guessing that I've got it too close or something, but let's see how far we got to get for it to detect. Okay, so about, a little over a foot away, it starts detecting at 1,400, 500 lumens. Right, see there? And I'll move this up one to the 20,000. This is a little different. So super close, when I'm right up on it. So this one right up on it detects about what this one was detecting about, a little over a foot away. And I'm not, I'm not an expert on using one of these things. I haven't used one of these things before, but it's just kind of bouncing around. So I've got this almost touching on it, and it's kind of hard to see, but right up on it, it says it's over the limit. And that's when it's on the 20,000 marker. And I'll keep going down. Okay. Move about, 6 inches away, and it goes to 1,200, 1,300 lumens. Okay. So I think it's putting out what it says. I know it didn't take rocket science to figure this out, but this fan right here does not put off as much wind as this fan right here. I'm going to let you listen to this. I got the microphone up to it, so this is on high. That's what it sounds like. You see those little blades in there moving. You see those little blades in there moving around, not putting off a ton of wind. This is high. All right, now this one's on all its high settings. You can hear this one. Little more noise. Little more noise, but it's delivering a lot more wind too. This is on both its high settings. This fan right here, altogether, I like it a little better. It just puts off more wind, feels more like a classic fan, and I think you get a lot of bang for your buck with this one. So, for a simple socket fan, this one right here seems to deliver a little better. As far as aesthetics though, as far as the look goes, this one right here is cooler looking, This one right here is cooler feeling. This one right here I think is kind of cooler looking. This fan is so small in there, it just doesn't deliver a lot of wind. This thing really puts out the wind. If you ever saw my review on this, you can go check it out here on my channel. If you saw my review on this, you can see, this is good for a small room. I put this one in my garage. It didn't move the air around enough to be effective. I won't even attempt to put that one in my garage because, it's barely, doing a great job in this little bathroom. So if you're really wanting it for the fan, this might not be the one you want to choose. If you got a really tiny bathroom like this, it's good enough to move some air around and cool you off a little bit. But this one looks cooler to me, but this one actually cools you off better. And the big reason I like this fan so much better is because it stays on whatever setting you leave it at, and you can just use your wall switch and it goes right back to whatever setting you left it at with your remote. So this fan is much better in my opinion. All right, I got both these bad boys going side by side on a ceiling fan. And they're both putting out the wind on their high settings and their light on their high settings. So you can see them side by side here. So check it out. All right, so you can see these babies side by side here. They're both putting out their wind at their highest speed, and their lights are on their brightest settings. So you can check that out here. And they're both relatively quiet. They're both pretty quiet. And to be honest with you, I think this one's a little louder, but they might be about the same. I can actually hear this one over this one right now, but it seemed like when I was testing them that that one was louder, but now it seems like that one's louder. So I really don't know. They're about the same, I guess. That's a side by side. You see that fan in there moving around. That fan's actually moving very fast right now, but obviously the camera can only pick up so much. Oh, I've got it dimmed down. Oh, let me get back on this. All right, so there we are. Both socket fans in action. Hey folks, if you know anybody might need one of these little fans, please share this video out. Hey, if you like this video today, please hit the thumbs up. I will have Amazon links in the description for both of these fans. If you'd like to see some more of my product reviews, please hit the subscribe button. I want to thank you so much for tuning into Tony's Reviews today, and God bless you.